Za, Boxing Nation, where boxing lives, breathes, and breaks down. And family, what a weekend we just had. July delivered exactly what real fight fans needed. Shakur Stevenson silenced doubters by standing in the pocket with the high volume puncher William Zepeda. Subriel Matias recaptured gold in a savage fight with Alberto Puello. David Morrell Jr. got dropped hard, but responded like a true champion should and got up and won the fight. And on top of all that, we have Matias versus Dalton Smith, which is officially for November. And the winner of that fight straight into the rematch with Alberto Puello. We'll finish strong with my famous On This Day in Boxing History segment, one of the craziest heat-fueled wars ever. Let's break it all down. Let's start with Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda. This was billed as a power versus precision type of matchup, and it was clear who imposed their style. Zepeda is known for his awkward pressure and high output. He never really got going. The only rounds I gave Zepeda was like in between 1 and 4. Other than that, Shakur controlled the entire fight with surgical jabs, sharp counters, and clean footwork. From round 1, Shakur Stevenson set the tone and never let Zepeda get close enough to do any serious damage. And while he did get hurt and hit more in this fight than we've normally seen Shakur Stevenson, this is what we all ask for as fans. With the guy who has a high volume, throws 100 punches or more around, in William Zepeda. So the final scores of this fight was 119 to 109, 118 to 110, 117 to 111. A clean, dominant, unanimous decision by Shakur Stevenson. And with that, Shakur Stevenson improves to 24-0. He's still undefeated and still one of the smartest, defensively sound fighters in the game today. Whether it's Tank, Loma, Edwin De Los Santos, Shakur is trying to show that he is ready. Now, let's talk about Subriel Matias. What a savage performance from one of the most violent guys in the sport. His fight with Alberto Puello was a real chess match, but both of these guys were just letting their hands go the entire night. I believe that early on, Puello did a great job keeping Matias off of him. But towards the later rounds, Matias really turned it up, and he stayed with that pressure continuously on him, that mental and physical pressure that allowed him to be more successful and more dominant in those rounds. The scorecards for this fight were 115 to 113, twice for Matias, and 114 to 114 even. A majority decision win, all for Subriel Matias. Then boom, Turki Al-Sheikh steps in the ring. And then he says Matias versus Dalton Smith is official for November. Location, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and the winner gets Alberto Puello in early 2026. That's how you keep the division buzzing. And Matias, if he gets past Smith, he's marching towards undisputed in this weight division. Let's not overlook what David Morrell just did. He was in deep trouble against Imam Khataev. This guy's a hard-hitting southpaw Russian. He caught Morrell in round 5 with a short right hook that sent him to the canvas. And the crowd was completely taken by storm because Morrell showed that he was toying with this guy, I think a little bit too much, but he was toying with this guy throughout the fight. But credit to Morrell, he got up, he adjusted, and from round 6 on, he flipped the script of the entire fight. Morrell started to push the pace, dig into the body, and slowing Imam Khataev down. And in controlling the championship rounds, David Morrell was successful. The final tally was a split decision. 96-93, 95-94 Morrell, 95-94 Khataev. This wasn't just a win. This was an absolute turning point. Morrell showed that he's got a chin, heart, and a motor. And now at 12-1, 9 KOs, and one of the most dangerous men at 175 pounds. I can't wait to see what's next for him. Now, upcoming fights that you need to lock in for. Let's talk future, because boxing doesn't stop. And these next few months are July 19th, Alexander Usyk versus Daniel Dubois 2, a rematch for unified heavyweight at Wembley Stadium. Can Daniel Dubois redeem himself, or does Alexander Usyk keep on ruling? July 19th, we have Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios, the return of the legend who is 46 years old. If he's even half of the fighter he used to be, this will be an exciting fight. July 26th, Clarissa Shields versus Lonnie Daniels. Women's heavyweight unification history is all on the line. Also, July 26th, Xander Zayas versus Jorge Garcia Perez at MSG. Zayas is rising fast, and this is a real test for him. August 16th, we have Moses Atama versus Dillian White. The young lion versus the gatekeeper, veteran. Big British beef in Riyadh. September 13th, Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford. And yes, it's official. Undisputed versus undisputed at 168 pounds. This might be the fight of the decade. Legacy versus legacy. Skill versus skill. Mexico versus Omaha. November 22nd, we have Subriel Matias versus Dalton Smith. Back in Riyadh, the winner goes to face Alberto Puello. A high-risk, high-reward fight. Don't blink. These matchups are huge. Let me know how you guys feel about all of this in the comments below. This week reminded us why we love this sport. Shakur Stevenson might just be one of the most purest boxers on earth. Subriel Matias is back on top and already chasing more. And Dalton Smith, David Morrell dug deep and found championship grit. And boxing's future is locked and loaded with Turki Al-Sheikh a part of the picture. Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford. Dalton Smith versus Subriel Matias. Shields and Zayas also fighting. So here's the real question. Who do you have? Canelo versus Crawford. Will Matias run through Dalton Smith? And is Shakur unbeatable at 135 pounds? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss out on an update. This is ZA Boxing Nation, where champions get analyzed and legends are made. And if you're new here, keep your hands up, and I'll catch you in the next one.